I'm sat with Kavita and Steven. We were on the same cohort together, so we now work at Northcoders together. Kavita's a growth engineer and Steven's like me, a mentor. How are you finding it being the other side of the lens?
Yeah, it's really cool. You have a different perspective of what it's like when you're a student and when you're actually working for Northcoders.
Yeah,
cool.
I think it's amazing how much more you understand the second time around as well.
Yeah.
It's loads less intimidating.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that point. I think peeking behind the curtain as to how everything's organised as well is quite interesting.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you've found the same thing. I find it quite fun, to be honest, just be able to take that experience of being on the cohort and having that stress, and then be able to have a chat with a student who maybe is having a bit of an issue, struggling with the pace or something.
I think it's amazing because our role is really to help the students through it, isn't it? And it's amazing how much you can actually help them, because it feels like I'm only 12 weeks ahead of them, but actually I feel like I have a lot more context with it and I'm helping them now, which is ridiculous. No,
it's definitely true. It's not too long ago we were in that position, and now we're in a position where we can actually help them out. It's amazing for us in terms of growth, but again, it's good for them. Well, it's good for me anyway to see those guys growing too. I mean, let's think about it. Like, beginning of this cohort, there was, people were nowhere near what they are now.
So what exactly are you doing as a growth engineer?
So it's 50% marketing, 50% coding. Marketing side is just looking for content, seeing what's going on out there with programming in general, and seeing how we can put it out there socially. And then the coding side of it is really managing the website, looking for any bugs or just general any programs that need building. Like at the moment we're all working on getting an automated system, which is great. It's good to be working on something just separate to the website.
So look at using the students as kind of a portal into the past. Can you see how far you've moved on in 12 weeks from like studying and having your hand held a bit to now getting on and doing more for yourself?
It's a very tough journey, especially for people who've not really come from a coding background, and to feel that transition as well. Like in the beginning, I genuinely felt like I wasn't very good at learning the new concepts straight away. It would take me a lot longer to digest and to produce the results. But as you get further and further into the course, things start to just happen, like pieces just fit together, and before you know it, you've actually took in a lot more than you thought you had.
I think it's quite interesting to like, sort of sticking with the idea of people's backgrounds. You see where people, because obviously people's strengths is derived from their background, right? Yeah. But you can see that people have, no matter where they started at, what they were strong with, they're starting to move out, not necessarily away from that, but they're starting to incorporate more aspects of like everything. So you've got those people who are, business and like stats, and they're good at, maybe some of the more logical stuff. And now we're moving into front end. You've got people who are like just really excited about front end, and really want to get it done.
Because you two actually worked on the same project, didn't you?
We did.
Just remembered. Yeah. So you can tell us about that and give some advice to those students that are about to go through it in a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah. Well, I guess like my main bit of advice for that would be that it gets stressful. Like it doesn't matter how cool you are, like going into it. You might have the best plan, but things are going to go wrong, and you just need to be in a position and have like the team working so that when things do go wrong, you take care of it, and everyone stays like chill about it. Because it's really easy to get worked up.
Yeah.
And it's just about making sure that you face things in the right way.
So looking back at your experience at Northcoders, what stands out for you now?
I feel like that's a tough question.
There's so much, isn't there?
Yeah.
And at the same time, it's a bit of a foggy haze of
It is,
exhaustion
to be
and
honest.
learning. Yeah.
I mean, even though we've just been through this, I say just, but it has been, 2 months?
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like it's been 2 months, but at the same time, it feels like it has been a very long time, a lot longer than that.
Yeah.
But you can still recall it as if it was happening to you right now. So
I think the thing that really stands out for me is I think it's that community feel. I know we sort of we do go on about a community quite a bit, but I do genuinely think it's that community, because like, even when we were working on separate projects, like we'd have talks, we'd talk back and forth, and it'd be a case of, oh, I'm struggling with this thing, what's your thoughts, what do you think, and everyone would be willing to just like not necessarily drop what they were doing, but they would at least take the time to have a chat with you and just say, oh, you tried this, you tried that, oh, we're having the same issue. What have you done to like so far to combat that? And I think, yeah, it's about like it was always about that like cooperative mentality for me, because any time where I was confused about what was not confused, but any time where I was a little bit lost in terms of like what the best way to approach something was, just have a chat with someone. Everyone was really open. Everyone was really helpful. I think that's the main thing. Yeah.